Neymar's selected for the Brazil national team. Brazil can't be without Neymar, just like Europe can't be without Jerusalem or Portugal without CR7. Many say Neymar's in the squad because he's still useful, that he can still make this Brazil team stronger on the pitch. Neymar's current weight is even heavier than Lilaoba, even heavier than me. You could say Neymar is completely useless on the field, and in recent years, he's been frequently injured in the Brazilian league. Even now, Neymar is still carrying an injury. For the team's operation in the World Cup, it makes no sense at all. Even in the locker room doesn't need Neymar to smooth things over. So why did Brazil select Neymar then? A bunch of football media outlets analyzing this, analyzing that, analyzing this, analyzing that. It's very simple. Without Neymar, the Brazil national team might even go bankrupt. As everyone knows, every country's football association is a private organization, even our Chinese Football Association. Similarly, it's also a social organization. The sport of football worldwide, even in China, is responsible for its own profits and losses. So, with Neymar versus without Neymar, the Brazil team shows two polar opposite distributions. Fun fact, I see so many people analyzing away, but what are they even analyzing? I didn't want to jump on this bandwagon, but I'm sorry, not a single person got it right. Listen up. If there were no Neymar, Brazil couldn't have achieved what it has now. What achievement? As of today, for the 48 teams in the North American World Cup, among all the team sponsors, Brazil is currently ranked number 1. Brazil's sponsorship is the highest in the world, and Brazil's annual sponsorship fee for this World Cup is already number 1 in the world. And it's far ahead of the ones you know, like England, France, Portugal, and Argentina. Let me tell you the amounts, and then you'll understand. This year, Brazil has already secured, just from Nike's jersey sponsorship, 100 to 120 million. It's the highest. Nike's second is France, with only 100 million. Third is Germany at 80 million. Fourth is Argentina at 50 million. Argentina with Messi, even with Messi confirmed, it's only 50 million. Brazil is 120 million, while France is only 100 million, and England is also 50 million. Then, adding all other sponsors together, Brazil gets $180 million. Ranked first is Brazil at $180 million. Second is France at $140 million. Remember, France, with such high value, might have 3 squads. They have the world's best player, Mbappe, and also the previous Ballon d'Or winner, Dembele, plus the French team itself in Europe. The spending power of the entire country of France is also ranked first in Europe. Yet France's sponsorship is only $140 million. Ranked third is England. The United Kingdom itself has quite strong purchasing power. Its football culture and football business. The Premier League is the world's top commercial league. Yet the England national team only brings in $110 million. Then, ranked fourth is Argentina. Argentina only has $85 million. The whole Argentine squad, including Messi, doesn't even reach half of Brazil's total. Fifth place is Spain, Germany, and Portugal. Combined, they're around $50 to $70 million. And Portugal has Cristiano Ronaldo. As you can imagine, Brazil is actually a poor country. Its sponsorship relies almost entirely on external sources. It's not like England or France, where the domestic commercial sector is very strong. Their local companies have money, so these companies sponsor their own national teams. Take our Chinese team, for example. Many of the sponsors are actually our own domestic enterprises. Brazil doesn't have that. Brazil is all external sponsorship. External sponsorship alone has reached 180 million. They're far ahead. So, given the situation, wouldn't sponsors want Neymar to be selected? Neymar being in the Brazil squad versus not being in it means two completely different prices. When it comes to commercial deals and advertising revenue, force the Brazil national team to call up Neymar. That 180 million in leading national team revenue, it only exists because of Neymar. Without Neymar, who's giving you commercial deals? With this bunch of mediocre players, the biggest star is just a black bear spirit. Why would they give you 180 million? So, Brazil's sponsorship money is entirely thanks to Neymar's reputation. And as I've said before, football associations are private organizations all over the world. They don't have government funding from their countries to support them. They have to be self-sufficient. So when Brazil announces 26 players out of those 26, if I pick one just to earn sponsorship money, is that surprising? It's not surprising at all. Neymar's selection isn't about how strong his ability is, or how much sentiment there is. It's just one thing, money. With Neymar versus without Neymar, the price of commercial deals from sponsors is different. Secondly, many people are questioning, saying Neymar took João Pedro's spot. João Pedro, his performance at Chelsea this year has been quite good. But we have to consider one thing. The coach of the Brazil national team is Ancelotti. Ancelotti is an all-time great coach. What is there to question? Only 2 people in the world can question Ancelotti. One is Guardiola, and the other is Lilaoba. Guardiola and I, the two of us, haven't questioned Ancelotti's player selection. How can you have the nerve to question it? Do you think you know football better than Ancelotti? Furthermore, he didn't call up players from Europe's top 5 leagues. Instead, he called up many players from the domestic Brazilian league. I don't think there's any confusion there either. In the last Club World Cup, the performance of the 4 Brazilian teams in the tournament, I believe that no one would doubt the level of the Brazilian league. All 4 teams in the Club World Cup had great runs, taking down teams from Europe's top 5 leagues one by one. And they even beat Paris Saint-Germain. Last year's invincible Paris Saint-Germain only lost 2 matches. One was against Chelsea, and the other was against a Brazilian league team. So I think picking Brazilian players is totally justified. The strength of the Brazilian league was proven at the World Cup. They're on par with the giants of the top 5 leagues, only losing to the absolute elite teams of those leagues. They even beat Paris. You can't argue with that. So Ancelotti's choice, I think it's perfectly fine. Whether it's about personality, locker room issues, or ultimately ability, Ancelotti's decision shouldn't be questioned by anyone in the world except Guardiola and Lilaoba. The rest of you aren't worthy. So Neymar's inclusion in the Brazil squad is just for commercial deals. It's all about the money. There's nothing else to analyze. What's there to analyze? It's just money. In a 26-man squad, I only need to give up 1 spot to increase my sponsorship fees by 100% or even 200%. What's there to say? You're picking 26 people, not 11. Neymar doesn't have to start. He can just sit on the bench. It doesn't matter. As long as he's in the squad, as long as he's taken to the North American World Cup, the sponsorship deals will definitely come through. And besides, there are definitely side clauses in those sponsorship deals. I believe Neymar's playing time at the North American World Cup is probably guaranteed too. Don't be surprised when the time comes, asking why Neymar is playing so poorly, looking even fatter than me, yet he still gets to play for 20 or 30 minutes. There's no other reason. It's because of Brazil's $180 million. The highest sponsorship amount in the whole North American World Cup. That's definitely a side clause from the sponsors. So playing during garbage time to fulfill the sponsorship contract is perfectly understandable. No problem at all.